Hey everybody, I am just doing a quick hobby update today. What I've been doing recently is I've been working on these guys that I've dubbed recently the expendables, because they're the group of guys that I've had prime black since I've gotten this army. Once I got the majority of my army painted, I'd painted a bunch of these guys already. I just didn't feel like painting them, and so they've been on my field mixed in with all the painted guys as black. And so I've finally done my push to complete all of my infantry, U.S. Army infantry, and so these guys should be done soon. I'm just getting the first coat of base paint on all of them. But as an aside, what I've been also working on, just to keep me distracted and things, is or just interested maybe instead of distracted, I don't know. I've been working on this guy's face, and so I've been watching a lot of the videos and tutorials on painting faces, as I have in the past, and I've tried it in the past, trying to get a bit more detail and highlights and shading into faces. I'll admit it's something that, being now close to 2 years in the hobby, I'm kind of a beginner at. Now, I did do some, sorry, I don't have the tripod here, but you might remember from my video in the past that I worked on this guy, and he ended up looking like really kind of sinister looking. He's quite dark. Trying to get this to focus. He's actually quite dark, and I'm behind the glass, behind his eyes. You know, it was sort of a good first experience at trying to work on some Space Marine faces, but I wanted this guy to come out a little bit better than that one, and so I've got my first try here on him. I don't think I'll be redoing him, so I don't know if it's a first try or what, but here's my next shot at doing it. And so under fluorescence, it's always really tough here, but here's this guy here, and I hope you can see some of the subtleties I put in there. Some of the highlights on the nose and the brow and the cheeks. Some of the shadow, you know, below the nose, on the sides of the chin, on the bottom. I ended up, for two reasons, I ended up just doing a very light gray for his eyes. One, I think that's kind of cool for a librarian. I was going to consider doing a dot and trying to create an iris, but with the kind of eye that this guy has, I didn't know how suited he was going to be, because he has really small eyes. I know these are miniatures and they're all small. So I actually kind of just left it as just light gray. But I did work on his face a bit to try to make it come out somewhat decent. I do think there's always more I could do in potentially capturing some more shadow in some of the lines, but I have to say, you know, as much as I'm gonna need room for improvement on doing faces, I think it's one of the better ones that I've done personally. And so yeah, lots of good tutorials out there. Mixing the paint, getting things thin enough, in general, I found it's easier said than done. You know, it's not all about just the detail with the brush. Some of it's actually, you know, getting the right thicknesses for your paints and things, not obscuring the detail because of all the multiple layers you've got to put on. And so yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with this guy so far. I'm going to be doing quite a bit more of him this week, so you'll see at least a completed video, if not another work in progress. I'm out of focus there again. There we go. This week. So yeah, so hope you guys like it. Just thought I'd give you just a little hobby update. That's kind of the stuff that I'm working on. I've got something for bolt action planned right after these guys. I'm kind of rushing to get these guys done. It's more like I feel I need to do this before I go on to the next thing. I don't want to be putting these guys on the table anymore unpainted. And I actually have, I bought a flocking product that I'm going to review as well, that I'm going to be trying on these guys that I've never used before, to flock static grass on them, or to do it, you know, electrically, to get them to stand up. And so I'll do a review on that product in the near future as well. So, okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.